lots of chaos and controversy going on today. And hello, Crazy Watcher and Honeybee. Love the shirt. Yeah, I got this shirt on today. I'm taking advantage of the weather because once summer gets here in New Orleans, the humidity is so high, forget about it. Forget about wearing a nice shirt. That nice shirt, your shirts become ruined in the humidity down here in New Orleans. I mean, just completely ruined. So it's like t-shirts in the summertime, cheap graphic t-shirts, because you do not want a nice shirt on in the summer in New Orleans. The humidity is going to ruin it. So yeah, we got a lot of chaos and controversy going on. Today I was reading, I checked into the secret Discord that everybody checks in every morning to find out what the news is. And yeah, everyone was talking about all this chaos and controversy that is going on. And I figure I'll make a comment about it or something. Very dapper indeed. Put the camera eye level like this. There's no way to hold it though. No way to really hold it eye level. So I kind of gotta, you know, kind of keep it like this, where it has its own place. Everything has a place. So yeah, I'm going to have a surprise. I'm going to a very special place right now. So with you, I do too. I think that's a good it's an idea. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, I'm sitting absorbing all the chaos and controversy, and I wish someone would make a comment about all the chaos and controversy that I am hearing on the Discord this morning. Okay, so people are really flipping out over the AI. The AI kind of docks John Wolf. It says that the truth is a sock account from John Wolf, and I am neither verifying nor denying that. Okay, so John Wolf may or may not have a sock account by the name of The Truth. Okay, and the thing is, you have to pay really close attention to guess that. To guess who is. Yes, the super secret Discord. I've been hearing about it, and I filled out the application to become a member a couple of months ago. I put a stamp on the envelope, and I mailed it in, and I got approved. So that's how I got into the super secret Discord. Everyone checks into this Discord every morning. So that's the alternative. Instead of giving your phone number out to people where they can text you and call you when they hear the latest news going on in the community, well, I just go to the Discord and check it out. I applied with a fake ID and was rejected. Yeah, they are verifying identifications for the Discord now. I mean, you have to send in your ID. You got to take a photograph of your ID, like a Polaroid photograph, and you have to mail it in. And then when you put your face on the camera, the AI software will compare your face to the Polaroid photograph of the ID that you sent in. So I have an email without work. Well, you're going to have to try that yourself. Now, Crazy Watcher is somewhat of a legal beagle here in the community. She taught MRE how to properly fight a strike. So, yeah, Texas is all about freedom of speech. You know, Texas is all about guns and the Constitution. And that is why Crazy Watcher was able to teach somebody. Oh, I want to talk about this. So people who live in the northeast or northwest, or they really liberal, like these Antifa members who want open borders and multiculturalism, they never actually lived around these people. Like if I took one of these Antifa members from up north and brought them down here to live, or better yet, like in Mississippi, one of these, like Sunflower County, Mississippi, that's like 70% black. Those people will no longer be Antifa members for long. They would not. They will slowly become racist, one rape, one robbery, and one murder at a time. Okay? That's just a fact. If somebody's coming off really liberal, wanting open borders and wanting forced integration, obviously never lived in a multicultural society. They are from an all-white, and what brought this up was Providence, Rhode Island. Like someone from Texas had to teach someone from Providence, Rhode Island how to properly fight a strike on YouTube because people in Rhode Island do not believe in civil liberties, not for white people anyway. So you take a super liberal person who wants open borders and multiculturalism, I guarantee you, they are from a town or city that is probably 85% white or better. Because there's no way someone who lives in a multicultural society, a white person anyway, are going to advocate for a widespread multicultural society. Especially people my age, people who went to really nice elementary schools and then got thrown into dumps outside of their school district because of busing. John Wolfe was a victim of busing. John Wolfe wants to write a book. I already talked about this. The name of the book's going to be called Left Behind. Left Behind. That's the white people who got left behind during the white flight. And what happened to those people? Because John Wolfe was friends with these people, and all their lives were screwed up, at least early on, because of this. So yeah, every time I hear someone who wants to open borders or whatnot, they are from a town or city or area of the United States that does not practice active multiculturalism. Because if they did, they would know. They will know how multiculturalism destroys cultures and societies. It's really simple. If a group of people build a city and those original inhabitants aren't around anymore to sustain that city crumbles, okay? And it's something that, unless you actually lived it like me, you'll never know about it. If you're from Maine, Rhode Island, Portland, Oregon, 90% white, you don't know. You have no idea. And I've seen parts of this city crumble during that era. The 1980s, the early, I would say by I seen New Orleans East go from 1980. New Orleans East was probably the best part of the city to live in 1980. Had a big, huge mall. The average home was like 2,800 square feet. Really nice. It was a brand new. Area. There was nothing out there in the 50s, early 60s. They built it up in the 70s. It was this big boom town, and by 85, forget about it. By 1990, it was 90% black, and they had some Asians there, but the whole place crumbled. By the end of the 90s, the mall shut down. The whole place crumbled. So, and this isn't some anti-black rant. This is an anti-multiculturalism rant, because they could have put Latinos, whatever, out there, and the place would have went to shit. Okay, the place would have went to shit. So I actually seen that. I actually seen an all-white society go to shit because of multiculturalism. And people who are from towns, cities, states that hasn't happened yet, they don't see that. They haven't lived through it. So, they watch TV, they see Bill Cosby, the Bill Cosby show, Bill Cosby's eating a pudding pop. They think all those people who look like Bill Cosby act like Bill Cosby, and they don't. And, hey, call it for what you want. You can say this is a racist brand. Not really racist. It's reality. It's culture. When the culture changes, that whole society changes. It just turns into a different place. And people who are extremely liberal, who advocate for open borders and multiculturalism, have never experienced the consequences of open borders and multiculturalism. And it's important. I think more people should be talking about this. Like, this should be basic conversation right now in America. Hey, I was born in the early 1970s. I remember, people older than me remember how nice New Orleans was in the area prior to forced integration. And the country as a whole, the world, 120 years ago, the world was 30% white, and now it's less than 7% white of the world's population. And it's reflecting, on the earth. And if you look at it, the earth is filthy now. There's garbage everywhere. It looks just like a ghetto neighborhood. A lot of pollution and a lot of empty potato chips bag and yellow and purple cool drink containers, these little Kool-Aid containers that they just drink and eat their junk food and they throw it on the ground. And that's happening all over the earth right now. They are destroying Europe. All these, they're going to be taking down all these old museums with these old artifacts, European artifacts in Rome. They're going to start removing those statues just like they did with the Confederate monuments in New Orleans. You mark my words. Europe will have all its artifacts removed within the next 20 years or so. It's going to be done all in the interest of multiculturalism. Like I said, we need to eradicate European culture so multiculturalism can flourish. So this is very real. It's happening right now. And nobody wants to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about these things. They're scared of being called a racist or whatnot. And you have to join a special group. If you want to read this. So I'm about to go into a synagogue, and I got to turn this off. They are not. Oh, look, Muggsy's here. Hello, Muggsy. Muggsy is a very cool cat. Muggsy been around for a while. Yeah, Joe Pops. They should out and cry when we give it back to them better. Yeah, I know, Bambi. It's they walked into New Orleans East. New Orleans East, like I said, is the average house is 2,800 square feet, 4-bedroom brick houses, brand new infrastructure. It's a brand new, looks like a suburb. It looked like one. Today, New Orleans East is a freaking dump. It is a complete dump. It's disgusting. It's what multiculturalism is doing. Not what it just did to New Orleans, but what's happening in Europe right now is disgusting. You see, the Israelis have the right message here. Well, they have the right idea. They know a two-party state isn't going to work because multiculturalism doesn't work. So here in the United States, you got police unions. The police unions, I don't know if y'all remember that congressional hearing that they had where the head of the Border Patrol was asked point blank, why did y'all stop enforcing policies? Why did y'all let snake? Why would y'all let, just not enforce these policies? And he clearly answered our union reps, the Border Patrol union reps, the union that represents ICE, told them to stand down. And it makes sense because who's getting all the money right now? ICE is. They didn't go like to the Department of Homeland Security, they didn't go to the FBI, they didn't go to U.S. Marshals and give them money to round up the illegals. They went to ICE and gave ICE this big budget increase so they can go inside the country and round up, and it wasn't many people, it was just a couple of thousand people got deported. And they spent all this money. John Wolf broke down how much it costs. It's unbelievable. It's over $100,000 just to deport one person they spent when you do the math. So that's what it's all about. You know, the union reps said, hey, let's let a bunch of these people in. Let's let these illegals in so we can turn around and go pick them up later, get paid for it, okay? Get paid to go pick these people up later. And then we'll create these conspiracy theories that Orthodox Jews open the borders. I mean, I don't know how that works. How I can just like make a phone call to the union and say, hey, tell your employees at the border not to enforce the law, you know, so y'all can get this big budget increase later. No, they planned all this themselves. So that is the story behind the open borders. It was the unions, and they're the ones who got the money. Just follow the money. You follow the money, you'll see who's behind all this stuff. So they paying themselves, just like the Capitol Police after that riot they started on January 6th. They got a $2 billion per year increase in their budget for the Capitol Police. So they created a riot, and they got a $2 billion a year budget increase. You know, and I guess they blame Jews for January 6th too. I don't know. So anyway, I gotta go. I have to go say my prayers, and I have to go give an envelope to my guy. So.